And I'm really excited because studies show that before your kids reach the age of 18, they've already decided in their minds and in their hearts who God is to them. I see some parents in there doing this, my wife included. Listen, I've got a daughter myself. That video really hits home. It's because the time you have with your kids is very limited and very precious. And I'm excited to announce the families who want to dedicate their children this morning to the Lord, which they want to declare in front of God and their church family and friends that they want to set their kids on the right path. Would you guys please give it up as the families make their way up to the front? Katie Moore is dedicating Austin and Zoe this morning. Josh and Kami Timmons are dedicating Emerson this morning. Y'all keep it up. Y'all give them a round of applause. Jason and Alexia Self are dedicating their daughter Abigail this morning. Devin and Mackenzie McCoy are dedicating Colt Ryder this morning to the Lord. Andrew and Tia Maddie, a family that was baptized recently together. Joyce, Marianne, and Ashley are being dedicated this morning to the Lord. Richard and Kelly Beatty, they are dedicating Everett to the Lord. And we also have Randon and Kate Beatty who are dedicating Luke and Keelan to the Lord this morning. One more time, King's House, give them a big round of applause. As families and as parents out in the congregation this morning, you know that being a parent is a full-time job, and we are so grateful as parents that we don't ever have to do this alone. Let me break down really quick to you how important kids are to Jesus. Jesus was talking to people about the love of God like he always does, and a group of kids started to approach him, and Jesus' disciples came up and did a human wall, and they decided to try to stop the kids from coming to Jesus, because we all know that kids can be loud, obnoxious, smelly. Can I get a witness, somebody? I've got a 1-year-old boy who, after he toots and poots, we're like, nope, see you later. But Jesus said this, I want to read it to you. In Matthew chapter 19, verse 14, he said, let the little ones come to me. I love this next part. He said, don't stop them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to those who are like these children. Now, parents, when you give your child to God, there's 4 C's. I want to break it down for you really quick. For those standing up here and for those in the audience. When you're giving your child to God, number 1, it's a confirmation of your love for God. It's that love that God has given you so much, and he's changed you to where you can't help but share that same love with your little ones. And the hopes and dreams and desires that when they become parents, that they can then share that same love with them. So it's a confirmation of your love for God. It's also a clarification of your ownership. I don't know if you know this or not, but legally and everything, we could say these kids belong to you. But spiritually, they belong to God. And they're on loan to you and to us as parents, and we have to make the most of everyday moments with those kids. Number 3, it's a commitment to raise your kids not mom's way, not dad's way, not grandparents' way, but whose way? God's way. It's a commitment to say, God, this kid belongs to you, and we're going to raise him, we're going to raise her for you. And number 4, it's a claiming of God's plan and a promise that that child's life belongs to God. As parents, as grandparents, you guys have spiritual and biblical authority to speak blessings, protection, and health over your little ones. It is a claiming of God's presence. And as I finish up really quick, and we've got some gifts we're going to give you guys. This is a charge to you as parents up here this morning. Proverbs 22:6 says, train a child in the way they should go, and when they are old, they will not depart from it. In other words, Ephesians 6:4 says, bring them up in the training and the instructions of the Lord. Hannah in the Bible could not get pregnant and begged God for a son. And she said, God, if you give me a son, I promise I will dedicate him back to you. That's where child dedication comes from. It's proclaiming with your heart, with your mouth, and with your lifestyle that you're going to raise up that kid to follow in the ways of the Lord. And this is her prayer. I want to read it to you before I close in prayer myself. She said this in 1 Samuel 1:27, I prayed for this child, and the Lord has granted me what I asked of him. And so now I give him to the Lord. For his whole life he will be given over to the Lord. King's House family, I want these families up here this morning as they dedicate their children, that they can know that they're not alone in this thing called parenting. Would you stretch out your hands as I pray over them and we dedicate these wonderful new babies and children to the Lord? God, we just thank you so much for every phase that these children are going to go through. We don't want to wish away any phase. We don't want to miss the opportunities that you have given us. And God, I pray a blessing over every single child that is up here represented this morning. God, that you would give these kids your strength, that you would surround them with godly influences, family and friends. God, that you would protect their minds, their hearts, their bodies, and their spirit as they are being raised up. Lord, I pray also over the parents, God, that they would have strength from you to do things even when it's extremely hard, knowing that they are making the right choice to raise up their children on the path that you've set before them. But God, help them to know that that strength is not of their own. It comes from your Holy Spirit that resides inside of them, and it comes from this church family right here and right now. And God, I thank you for the future you have for these children. Jeremiah 29:11 proclaims that you have peace and a hope and a future and prosperity ahead for each and every one of these future world changers. And we thank you, God, for what they are going to do for your kingdom moving forward in the name of Jesus. And everybody says, amen. King's House, one more time as they make their way back to their seats. Give it up to them.